Sagacity. 7 minutes of exercise for your mind.
Series 2 of the Sagacity podcast has come around pretty damn quick. And that's relevant because I want to talk about whether the answer to what you're looking for comes from the question, what to do, or whether the answer is just to do. Because this podcast series has been in my mind for a long time before I recorded the first episode. The concept was there. The reason I wanted to do it was there. The outcomes that people will get from it were undoubted. And thankfully, through the first series, it's starting to be proven from not massive numbers yet, but you can help that by sharing it if you think it's useful. But it's not about the numbers, but the feedback so far from people I don't know via some people I do know has been really strong. So I was spending a long time thinking about what to do. I was thinking about, what do I call it? I was thinking about, how long should it be? I was thinking about, should I make it all factual? I was thinking about, should I do some storytelling? I was thinking, should it be all about me? Should it be about my people that I know and their experiences? Should I have guests? Should I have different people do some episodes? And eventually it was like, the answer isn't in any of that. The answer is just to do. Just set the microphone up and just do it. Do it, talk about a topic, see how long it takes for you to run out of words, which for those who know me probably think you're not going to run out of words, but I do run out of words because I want to get things right and I want to be passionate about things. So I talk a lot because most of what I talk about I'm passionate about. Don't tend to talk about things that I'm not too passionate about. It leveled out at 7 minutes and therefore we've decided to go with a 7-minute Sagacity exercise for the mind. But if I hadn't just took that step and just did it, with the risks that come with that, so I could have got 0 listeners and 0 positive feedback. And that in itself would have been a step forward because I would have known that if I'd given it long enough and got it out to enough people with a nice balance of people listening to it, then I would have been able to understand what the next step would be. And I would have still been moving forwards, even though my pride would have been dented and maybe, there would be some self-reflection needed for sure. But I just did it. So all of those procrastinations that were in place, I don't even know if that's a word. Is procrastinations a word? I have to look that up. But I know what I mean. I was putting it off. So all of those reasons that I was putting it off were getting in the way of me just doing something that I knew was a good idea. I knew some people would benefit from it. The challenge was going to be, how do I get it in front of the people that want to listen to it? And one of the ways to bring that barrier down was to make it shorter so people might give it the time of day. I've spoken to people that listen to it when they're driving the car to drop the kids off to school or drive back from school, I've got people who said they listen to it while they have their breakfast. There's some people who've listened to it while they do their warm-up in the gym, so they keep it like 7-minute warm-ups working for them. So people are finding a way which encourages me to do more. And it encourages me to share messages like this one, that if you're delaying something, now some things have consequences that you can't take risks with. So be sensible with where you take this advice forwards. But if it's something that you know you want to do, you're not sure how well you're going to commit to it, or you don't know how well you're going to perform at it, or you don't know how well it's going to be received within your social circle. In that one, it could be, I don't know, maybe you want to have a haircut or try a different dress sense. I don't know, different aftershave. But sometimes you just got to do it and you've just got to roll with the punches and you've got to set your expectations and reality close together, as close as you can. I mean, the world isn't linear. It's not all predictable, but you can get an idea if you really zoom out and have a moment to yourself and try and be a little bit neutral with things. You will get a pretty good balance of reality and expectations. And then when you move forwards, there won't be too much fluctuation in your emotions, because if you know that some of you, let's talk about this podcast, right? I've been around doing media and doing communication methods to try and reach people with what I believe is going to be useful content. I've been doing that for a long time. I've learned that even the people closest to you that are supportive and tell you that they've seen this and that and they love what you're doing here and that sounds great. And I told my friend you're going to do this. When you ask them if they've listened to your 7-minute podcast that you sent them 2 weeks ago, they haven't. And they'll give you all the different reasons why they couldn't fit it in. That used to disappoint me. I've learned that sometimes the people closest to you think that they know everything they need to know and therefore they're not going to listen to their mate. I get that. So I don't rely on that for validation. I also don't rely on people I've never even met to validate me either, because why would they let me just inject myself into their day for 7 minutes with a rant about stuff that I think is useful? I understand that as well. So my reality and expectations allows me to get to series 2 with not huge numbers on series 1, a dash of positive feedback from friends and the friends of the friends that have given me the feedback, and a long list of things that me and some of the other people that I've shared this concept with think would be good information to share. So that just doing it really worked for me because my expectations and my reality, struggling with words today, reality are aligned. So just to be clear, my expectations and reality are as aligned as they could be, and therefore my emotional roller coaster isn't too crazy in an area where I don't want it to be too crazy. I'm not looking for a thrill from this. I'm looking to just get things moving that I've procrastinated on for too long. Where is there in your life where you've been putting it off for too long? You're not looking for massive highs and lows from it. You're looking for sustainable growth in an area of your life, but you've been putting it off for too long. And if you keep asking yourself, you're not sure, what do I do, what to do, I'm not sure what to do. If that's your conversation in your head or with others, sometimes, as long as it's safe and as long as the consequences are not going to be too bad if it doesn't go to plan, the answer is to just do. Nike said it well for a long, long time now, or Nike, whatever you want to call them. Just do it.